Hi everyone, welcome back once again in this Sunday. Today my topic is crystal. You know, crystal is very much expensive. Maybe your finger ring contains a crystal, diamond crystal or any kind of gemstone. So question is, did you think what is exactly crystal? All the objects are crystal, or your finger ring contains a gemstone. Is it really crystal, or it is just you are telling unnecessary it is crystal? I will make all of these things clear in this video. So question is your diamond on your finger ring is crystal? This is very critical question. I should make it clear. Okay, don't be disappointed before my explanation. I'm telling most of the diamond in your finger, they are not 100% crystal. Why I'm telling this is not 100% crystal. Don't laugh or don't think I'm mad. I'm a physicist, so I know the reality. Why I'm telling? Let us consider this is a diamond. There is two types of crystal. One is single crystal, one is polycrystal. Okay. Let us consider one object that has single crystal, and single crystal is very much expensive. Even like a small amount of single crystal diamond should be, I don't know how much. It is very expensive and very rare. Most of the people don't know it, that they have I would like to say they have polycrystal. They are not genuine crystal. In this crystal, as I told you before now, atoms are sitting in a regular arrangement in a certain distance. All atoms. Consider all atoms, not one or two or three atoms. If all atoms in this crystal are sitting in a regular way, regular direction, maintain a certain distance, they are called single atoms, a single crystal. It is single crystal and is very much expensive, and most of you have a ring. That ring does not belongs to this single crystal, believe me, because a small piece of single crystal would be like 10,000 to 100,000 US dollar. Very small piece of single crystal, because single crystal is normally used in a scientific purpose. I saw in my life very few times single crystal. We use it very precise and very expensive experiment for the single crystal. So question is, why I'm telling that your finger ring is not belongs to single crystal or pure crystal? Because let us consider your diamond ring is divided by different part. Okay. See, this is one single crystal, this is another single crystal, this is another single crystal, this is another single crystal. I mean, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crystal. That means your diamond ring belongs to 7 single crystal. This is not 100% single crystal overall diamond. For that reason, I am telling your diamond ring is not 100% pure single crystal. Why I am telling? Let us say atomic arrangement is through this direction. For this single crystal, see, this direction. Okay, for this single crystal, atomic arrangement is through this direction, this direction. For this single crystal, atomic arrangement is this direction, and so on. For this single crystal, atomic direction is this direction, and for this single crystal, atomic direction this direction, and so on. See, this is one crystal, we called it single crystal. This is another crystal, this is another crystal. I mean, many crystals are sitting inside of a polycrystal, and this overall scenario is called polycrystal. Poly. So this is polycrystal that contains more than one crystal, more than one single crystal. In metallurgy or material science or physics, the area that make a difference in between two single crystal, we called it grain boundary or grain boundary area, or this boundary surroundings a crystal, we call this grain boundary. When this grain boundary is very big, let us consider this grain boundary is very big, so this crystal will be less expensive. Believe me, we called it less expensive crystal, because property of this crystal don't belongs to 100% pure crystal. Maybe your finger ring belongs to this crystal, so less expensive finger ring that belongs to this crystal, this grain boundary is very big. For that reason, this cost of this crystal is going down, down, down. That means whenever this grain boundary is bigger, price of this crystal is getting lower. See, I am increasing this grain boundary. This is no crystal, this is single grain boundary. Okay, this is no crystal. There is atoms, but they are randomly oriented in this area. So whenever this grain boundary is getting bigger, the crystal is getting less expensive. Let us consider this is a diamond crystal. I will make whether it is diamond crystal, it is normal crystal, or it is not crystal object. Okay, what exactly crystal? Let us consider a metallic object, very shiny metallic object. This is metallic object. What this metallic object contains? This metallic object contains different atoms, and those atoms are sitting random way in these atoms, in this object. Say this atom has no punctuality, they are sitting randomly, they are behaving randomly, they have no punctuality, regularity, nothing. The atoms, the distance in between two atoms, they are not regular. The direction of two atoms, they are not regular. Nothing is regular in this atom. For that reason, it is called, it is not crystal. Like let us say metal. It is not crystal at all. What is the main requirement to be a crystallic object? That is the question, right? Let us consider this is a diamond or any gemstone, that is so-called crystal. So how atoms are formed inside of this gemstone or crystal? This is one atom. Second atom is sitting exactly at a certain distance and exactly at a certain direction. This is third atom, and in between two atoms, they maintain a certain difference, and they are maintaining a certain distance and certain direction as well. Fourth atom, and so on. These atoms are sitting in regular arrangement, regular array, regular direction, regular distance, and everything is regular. Let us consider this whole object, crystal object, is a cantonment, and it contains many army person. They are normally regular, and their manner is polite, and they maintain a regular life. Let us consider each dot are a army person instead of atom. So they maintain a certain difference, certain direction. Look at here, non-crystal object and crystal object. What is difference? Difference is the regular arrangement or regular direction of these atoms. Atoms are sitting inside of these atoms completely irregular way. They have no sequence, and atoms inside of this crystal, they are sitting in this crystal in a regular way or regular pattern. For that reason, this is so-called crystal. So you understand what is the difference between the non-crystallic object and crystallic object. Question is, sometimes we called, hey, this sky is really crystal clear. Is it really crystal clear? Or sometimes we say, okay, this glass is cleaned like a crystal, or this glass is crystal glass. Does really glass belongs to crystal? Definition of the crystal, this is glass. If I put this crystal on top of a light, it will be shiny. It will be very shiny, even more shiny than diamond. So does it belongs to crystal? Okay, depends on which objects it has. It has a glass object. So I would like to say this is not crystal. Why it is not crystal? Because we know in physics, glass is not crystal. Glass is called amorphous material. Why amorphous material? Because glass contains irregular pattern of atoms. The atoms inside of the glass crystal, they are not sitting in a regular way or regular pattern. For that reason, glass is not belongs to crystal. Now you understand why some diamonds are very much expensive and why some diamonds are not very much expensive, because of this grain boundary. Higher grain boundary means this crystal is not 100% pure crystal. They have more than one crystal, so called polycrystal. And whenever this grain boundary is very small, that means they have more than one polycrystal, but the grain boundary is small, means single crystal size is big. As a result, it is very expensive. And whenever there is no grain boundary, that means it's 100% single crystalline material. This is super expensive. You couldn't believe that how much expensive is that. And most of the 99.99 people never seen this single crystal in their life. It is really good chance to see. I saw in my life 2-3 times this single crystal in our lab. Yeah, they are very much shiny. They are looking completely different. And yeah. Question is how we detect this is crystal and this is crystal and this is non-crystal material. Okay, we use different kind of techniques. One of them are so-called X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction means we use X-ray light and we detect this atomic arrangement. They are belongs to the regular way or they are random way. We just detect first of them. There are many types of way. I cannot tell it in details. I will make another episode how we detect the crystal by using the XRD. I'm very expert in XRD or X-ray diffractometer, X-ray diffraction machine. It is very much expensive and pretty sophisticated machine. I will make another episode that that will detect that this is not crystal and that is crystal. We distinguish like same kind of object. Looking same, their light reflection is completely similar, but in our open eye we say both of them are crystal, but according to the definition of the crystal they are not really crystal, and we detect it by using a X-ray diffractometer, so called XRD. I will explain in details in another episode what is XRD, how do we detect crystalline materials and non-crystalline materials, how do we detect that this is crystal, this is not crystal, but they are looking the same. I will make it another episode. Please have a look, and thank you so much for spending time behind up this boring lecture. Thank you so much and see you on next Sunday. Bye bye.